I never decide until like 10 minutes before I'm getting a tattoo what it's going to be.
My God, don't listen to her, teens out there. As a woman with no tattoos, just consider a little in advance. And what about this? So what is that one about?
We were in New Zealand playing a show, and this guy was like, I'll give you a free tattoo if I can come to your show. So I was like, sure.
Just to let these guys know, we worked on my new perfume called Pop. And Grimes is one of my superstar girls. But what I really wanted to do with this one was to represent young women in beauty in a way that you don't normally get them to be seen. So that's why I was drawn to you. Because, you know, you're not conventional.
It was pretty obvious, I think, yes, to me, because, you know, I really vibe with your ethics and your thing, and obviously your, you know, aesthetic and everything. So, yeah, it was pretty... like a no-brainer, I think.
Well, what's your relationship with beauty and what you should look like as a young woman in music today?
Any fashion is kind of inherently political, because even if you're only wearing like a shirt and pants, like that's a statement in itself.
Yeah.
Because if you're performing, you know, the way you look is inherently a part of it, whether you like it or not. For me, I see it, the fashion stuff as like a positive thing. I see it as a way to just enhance the project, my advantage, or, you know, it's fun, honestly.
Well, you don't let it control you.
I mean, I make sure that I look like trash about like 20% of the time, so there's never a like reveal of me looking like trash. It's like commonly accepted.
Yeah, like, that goes hand in hand.
Yeah, no one's ever
Grimes,
like, that's what she looks like without makeup. It's like, everyone knows.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny, actually, when we were doing our
I shaved my armpits for that.
Oh my God, I'm deeply offended.
Well, I'm now rebelling against my previous body hair, because now people get mad when I shave my legs. So now I'm like, I have the right to shave my legs.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
If you talk about the wage gap and stuff, it's an extra cost for women to like wax and shave and all that. It's like all this extra money.
Totally.
All this extra time. And, you know, so I think it's weird that people feel obliged to do it.
Because it's funny, because when we did our thing, it's like afterwards, it was like, oh, should we retouch? Retouch some hair. And I was like, no way.
Yeah.
I want to keep their hair. Like, that is so wrong. Like, that it goes against everything we're trying to do half the time.
Yeah. I think it's getting better. I've definitely done some shoots recently where they didn't Photoshop out my body hair.
I mean, I think the fact we're having this conversation in this context
is
pretty good. So how important is it for you to stay true to yourself?
Depends what staying true is. Because there's also the aspect of, like, I'm totally down to just, like, wipe a bunch of paint all over my face.
But I don't even mean that. I just mean, how important is it for you as an artist to be true to yourself and project who you are in an honest way to your fans?
A lot of it is like, acting. Like, a lot of it, the thing that's fun about it is completely being a totally different person. Because I think the version, like, the truest version of me would never, ever probably go in public or be on camera or walk on a stage, you know? So, you know, obviously when you're making music, you're, you know, I'm not like, I'm going to write a song about...
Do you ever feel like you want to act?
I couldn't cry, I don't think. So I probably...
We can work on that.
I have been working it. I've been trying to, like, see if I can make myself cry.
I think you could muster a tear. I reckon you're getting there.
Maybe. Let's see, now I'm, like, starting to cry. Because
Let me try and make you cry.
No, don't.
All right, let's think. So, The Guardian recently said that you're the woman right now making, like, the best pop music on the planet. How does that feel?
Well, I would deeply disagree. As long as Beyonce is alive, that statement is not true. But
how often do you come out with stuff? I know you're pretty prolific. You've done a lot.
I do a lot of songs, but not a lot of albums.
How do the two differ for you?
I mean, I think I see an album as like, I'm like, okay, this is my body of work. This is when I die. You know.
You approach it as a whole.
Yeah, whereas, like, you know, sometimes I'll work on a song with a friend and I'll just drop it online. If I couldn't put out songs in between, you'd be like, oh my God, no one's heard anything in 3 years. So I think for me, making the record is what I love. And then the performing part, it's like, I think that's what a lot of the audience really responds to. So I kind of just my goal is to just make it as fun as possible.
How much do you respond to what they might give back to you?
I think it's definitely an interesting balance, because on one hand, you know, you don't want to listen to critics and stuff, because otherwise you would probably end up making something that is a bit more boring. But on the other hand, you also want to listen to your fans, and like, I probably wouldn't drop like a noise record right now, you know. Yeah. Although I probably will eventually.
What you do is much more sort of alone, obviously, than what I do. I have a team of people. We kind of get together. We talk it out. We over-intellectualize and.
That seems so fun, though.
Yeah,
I wish I had
that. It's nice.
I want like a team, like a...
It's good. You know, I feel really blessed because I get to bounce ideas off, and you are feeding so many people with music, yet you're starting from quite a sort of, you know, loner point of view. So
Well, and it's tricky too because I think a lot of times, like, for me, when I feel really uncomfortable with something, it's the right thing. Like, when I make something and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed by this song, I can never show this to anyone. That's always,
definitely,
you know, like, those are always the songs everyone likes the most. But that's like a stressful, because there's kind of an element of not trusting yourself.
Like, it's just a weird thing. Sometimes the things you hate are, like, brilliant.
Or, like, your own voice. Like, it's very uncomfortable editing your own voice.
Yes.
It's truly disturbing. Like, sometimes I'm disturbed.
Oh, God, that would be awful.
It is.
What are you most confident in, then, musically? What's
Producing. I feel very confident as a producer, not a great vocalist. But, see, when you're a good producer, you can make anything sound good.
Do you, like, want to produce other people, too?
And anyone I truly admire, I'd be too petrified to work with, probably. Well, that was with Janelle, I was totally petrified.
How did you guys come together?
I sent her, like, a painting because I was a fan.
Oh. Was it like a painting of Janelle by you, like really creepy?
It was like a decapitated head, like
nice,
spitting out colors. Anyway, I sent her a painting, and then she was just like, "Yeah, we should work on a track." And then I like had a panic attack. But then we made the track.
And does she write?
It's one of the reasons I wanted to work with her, because I really wanted to work with a great pop vocalist, but it was also really important to me that everyone on my album, including myself, like that it was fully self-authored.
So before we started rolling on the camera, I was like, who do you want me to address you as? Do you want to be Claire or do you want to be Grimes? You're like, oh, I'll be Grimes. So what is that? What is that sort of fight between Claire and Grimes?
Well, I did kill Grimes, actually, in that video. In Flesh Without Blood, yes. That was, you know.
Yeah, there was blood.
I screwed up the stabbing scene, so there's no stabbing, just post-stabbing.
It's such a great video, though. Well done.
I'm now okay with Grimes again. I just, you know, went a little crazy.
Reincarnated?
Yeah, I guess maybe, she's re-emerged.
Anyway, I think you're great. I've loved talking to you. Every second
thank you. Thank you for
you.
doing this. And thanks for letting us come here and do it here.
And I'm going to give you some lemons to take home from my lemon tree. You can always come here for lemons. Even if you don't come in and shop, you can just go and grab lemons out of the
back. On
back.
The security camera, they'll be like, late at night, someone just grabbing lemons.
Anyway, truly, I'm a big fan of your work, and I've loved working with you, and I want to work more with you. You're great.
Me too. I'm, your biggest fan, so.
All right, thank you, Team Vogue.
Cool, thank you. You should have a talk show.
You know, the only person that's told me I need my own talk show is Anna Wintour.